It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind. Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha. Now him not done here. All these bad politicians, them we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. And I never hear something. Now go hear one, Maiyegun, you go show na paper. Maiyegun diary Politico. So my people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh.
Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làwọn tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o.
Share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Maiyegun today.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary Politico. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹjọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ o, làwa mọ̀ dódódódó. MaiyegunDiary, Maiyegun àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé.
Thank you. You know that if Nigeria is a movie series or a series, right? It will be a blockbuster of ridiculousness, and it will be a blockbuster every season. The journey that, or let me put it this way, the mood in and around Nigeria today is the fact that the young people who were attacked and killed by the same government of Nigeria almost 2 years ago, they have now decided to politicize their revolution against the system they considered atrocious and completely against them. So, and then the establishment who believe that this is just the drama, let them enjoy it. Now, the mood in Nigeria today is not new, especially considering the charade they are putting together called election, the system versus or the led versus the leading. That took me back a bit, and that is to 2014, 2015. So that's where I'm going to start from, just to give you an idea of, even though this might be like a very long time ago, but it is not. The characters involved on, and then 7 years after that, the new trend, the characters involved, and what many would say a projection of same of the same. The most you achieve would be to have a change of personnel, but never a change of system. But we'll get to that part. The deceit, the frustration, you know, politicians and the rest milking the frustration or disenchantment of the people, which they created, you know, to their own advantage as well. It's not new. But what is new is that, for example, Obi's obedient to Obi's movement, which for now we believe is organic, spontaneous, organic from the wounded demography of the country, the youth. You can't really relate that to that of 2014, 2015, when the power-hungry, strange bedfellows came together in the name of rescuing Nigeria and Nigerians from the hand of their own friends. Like, it's a bit different, Abi. Well. Maybe not much. However, we would get to that part too. Peter Obi has chosen his own running mates, right? And one thing I have noticed is that somehow, right, the level of, you know, the level of tribal, slaw, hateful, and all that, that is really common among, you know, that is so common on social media before now, seems to have dissipated on, I mean, within the obedient circle. I know some people are already kind of deleting what they said about what tribe against another tribe in the past. Everybody feels like, forget about the past. Forget about what I've said about the Fulanis before. You see, this obedient team, it's the perfect one. That's what Nigerian. Let's forget about tribe, forget about religion, forget about all of that. You know, things that people have been, you know, for a very long time, been asking that, can you please just stop judging or electing people or choosing your leaders because of where they come from, because of their religion? So Peter Obi and his running mate, Yusuf Dati, yeah, they fitted into the expectation of this obedient. That's also a conversation for another in another segment of this conversation. Also, by the way, before we even omit that, the terrorists that escaped from Kuje, as we speak, there is nothing Nigeria can do to get them back. However, they released some pictures, low quality pictures with less information to let you know that those who escaped from Kuje, you can find them in any part of Nigeria anytime. And guess what? They are Boko Haram terrorists. And the only thing that took them to that Kuje prison was because they carried out the act of terrorism in Nigeria. So I'll share that part with you. El Banawi, the one that coordinated the killings of Alaji Shekau, El Banawi has been released, freed. From the report that we have been hearing as well, Kabiru Shokoto, do you remember him? That is the guy who carried out the Madala bombing in 2011, I believe. Yes. He has also been kind of freed by the Boko Haram terrorists that took over the Kuje prison. So I'll share that part with you. Another part that which is going to be part of the intriguing, fraudulent, political process you have in Nigeria, which is part of the reasons why we would love to see the obedience pull the stunt, surprise yourself, surprise people who believe that this is it, because the criminals in power in Nigeria, they don't see themselves as enemies or anything at all, which all of you know, by the way. So from what we have been told before now, after the, after the PDP Congress, which they believed that Atiku used his dollars to purchase the tickets. Now, the spillover of that is that Wike is now saying they will sink the ship of PDP, giving the power to the North. In this regard, even Fayoshe is now a member of Emilokan, Tinubu's camp. So today, they went to Rivers State. I don't know how many of you have been following them and reading about Wike not picking Atifu's phone calls. That seems to be true. Immediately after their Congress, Wike traveled straight to Turkey. He said he was on holiday. And that was the reason why he couldn't meet all the delegation they said Atiku sent to him. After they played him, the position of a vice presidency or so, they gave that to Okowa. Then Wike joined Fayoshe, which is Faoleshe. Now, Faoleshe and then Wike, they are now teaming up with Kolu. That happened today, all according to them, for the interest of southern Nigeria. All of this are what I'm going to share with you tonight. Sorry if I'm giving you the highlight and I said, no, there's more to that. So what we're going to do is that we'll first go to the unveiling part of Peter Obi's running mate. So I am kind of, I don't know if I should say I am flabbergasted. I am kind of not surprised, because to me it reeks of hypocrisy. But by saying that, I probably will be hurting your feelings, okay? But I'm speaking from where the whole thing was coming from before you got to this part. Before now, one of the reasons why so much division you are witnessing in Nigeria today is getting to the head is the fact that people now believe that the northern Nigeria, the politicians there, they are going to play the South manipulate them, muzzle them, and keep the power in the north. Because of that, you need to see the explicit and then different, kind of tribal ethnic law against one another on social media. But somehow, in the last 24 hours, since Peter Obi chose his own running mate, it seems that, except for those who are trying to remind you, okay, because I remember when a group of young northerners came together and they said they were going to keep the power in the north. For those of you who probably saw the clip many times and you commented or reacted that the northern Nigeria brought Nigeria to this state, this and that, we never want to have anything to do with them, this and that. Then they had another set of people, the Northern Elders or Northern Leaders Forum or Northern Elders Forum, whatever. You remember that man? That's something Baba Ahmed. That man that all of una in your own where you know the dig of why the Fulanis want to take over Nigeria, how Fulanization is coming in, how Fulani from Mauritania, Fulanis from Chad, Niger, all those things, but they don't seem to matter anymore because I don't know if they share same name or not. But I remember that Baba Ahmed who came out and he said they can't ever work with the Igbos and they would never allow the power to go back to the south. You remember how those times, they are not long ago. They're just like few weeks ago. All those positions and all of that, which many of you believe that, how could somebody from Mauritania come on, Anyway, Obasanjo did the miracle, okay? And this is something I just want you to just pair together for the sake of for educational purposes, so that when the whole thing comes crashing, some of you won't be too surprised when you begin to know the players behind the scene. From what we have been told, they have conspired that nobody must accept to be Peter Obi's running mate from the north. It is like, it's not physical, it's not public, but it is there. So that is why when they speak in the sense that if there's anyone that wants to do anything with Peter Obi, that person can only make Peter Obi his own vice presidential candidate. If not, nobody will even look at him in the north. But Obasanjo did it. At some point, one of them even came out, remember? One of them came out and he said that Obasanjo has been going from one emir to another, from one politician to another. He even went to Ango Abdullahi, that they are just laughing at him because nobody will come out and become a deputy to Peter Obi. The people, according to them, Peter Obi who wants to break Nigeria. Peter Obi will come from the IPOB who want to break Nigeria. I'm saying this because they have said that now, right? But somehow something changed. What they said changed was that Obasanjo got involved for two reasons. Number one, Obasanjo, from time immemorial, gbadun Tifnumbu, gbadun Atifku. It was, even gbadun Buhari. It was the circumstances every 4 years, like your rituals, that has made him to somehow agree with what they believe is a kind of popular demand. So as we speak now, if they do your election in 2023, then if nothing is done, according to Obasanjo and his own people, if nothing is done, Tifnumbu or Atifku will be your president in 2023. And that to Obasanjo, is like he's probably just going to die in serious outbreak. The people, according to people, the people he used his influence in the past to ensure that he destroyed them politically. But somehow, So they said Obasanjo got involved. And let me say something quickly. The northern Nigeria believe that they are the ones who will decide who will become what in Nigeria. And somehow, right, It has always been like that. All they needed is just a handful of few southern betrayers who are ready to take any kind of offer they give to them, and that's it. They will have their way. Yeah? So because of that, before now, they said that some of them believe that Boko Haram did not deliver the real message, the real project or agenda of northern Nigeria, which prompted the increase in terrorism in Nigeria to chase away Goodluck Jonathan, which they accused. The only offense of Jonathan was that he was an infidel. So Buhari, according to them, Buhari bloated that up. You know what I mean? Like he wasted that time. Nothing is achieved. Now, their control, their power is more threatened now that the southern Nigeria have become so awake and all of that. So because of this, they gave Tinubu a condition that even though you are Alhaji, we don't believe you are a real Muslim. So if you want to pick anybody from northern Nigeria, that person is representing the interests of all these jihadists from northern Nigeria, by the way. So an infidel will never do. You Alhaji, we don't believe you are a Yoruba man, Yoruba Alhaji. We don't believe you are a Muslim. I'm saying this because that's exactly what is going on out there, by the way. Now, they are now, Tinubu, a southern Muslim, is now trapped in between balancing what they call their national equation or national balance. So balancing it, if you have a Muslim, then you have a Christian, Abi. Normally, it's not supposed to matter. But for northern Nigeria, now waiting they decide be that, especially this elite. So you have to choose somebody that is a real Muslim. That's what they said, a real Muslim. I didn't say that. I'm not making that up. There is already a video of an Alhaji or an Alfa, imam in Kaduna who was saying that already. So politically, as part of the winning strategy for Tinubu, is now trapped in between daring them and choosing a Christian from Connaught, or just go with it and dare the rest of the country who might want to. So for now, they have already started saying Muslim, Christian, no matter. And here is the thing. For the establishment, Atiku is the only solid one that represents the interest of the North right now. I'm talking about the establishment now. I'm still coming back to the obedience, how the intrusion, the political intrusion and your revolution is indeed something. It's very something, but I'm coming to you. So Tinubu, the powerful Tinubu, is trapped in between choosing a Muslim to satisfy the block vote promised him by the northern religious elite and the rest, or choose a Christian and just go with it. So for Peter Obi, to the fanatics from northern Nigeria, this established rogues who always like turn up the whole fraudulent votes and all that, yeah, it's even a complete joke to even bring Peter Obi, not because Peter Obi no good though, not because Peter Obi corrupt like all the rest though, not because Peter Obi no gets health though, or because it's not even speaking sense or doesn't have any track record, at least to track. No. He's an Igbo man and he is a Christian. How do you sell that to them in the North? The only man who could do that is the same man who sold Goodluck Jonathan to them, even when they insisted that as Yaradua was dying, they should compel Goodluck Jonathan to resign so that they can choose a northerner to complete Yaradua tenure. The only person who could convince them was Obasanjo. He would do one term. See, listen, guys, listen. I know Yaradua tragedy, Yaradua's death is a tragedy. And I know what that means to you. Your political interest, your religious, you know that stuff. Remember this, all of this thing I'm telling you about power change, power this and that, none of them is in your interest. That's why I'm being specific. Who is doing what and for what? Do you understand? So don't mix them up and think they are doing it for your interest. None of them was ever done for your interest. It is the interest of the real owners of Nigeria, the ones who are always carrying the flag of when they carry PDP, when they carry APC. Now the same. There are factors, which is the factor that they believe Peter Obi, our obedient movement, is going to defeat. Listen, we are waiting for you to do that. I'll get to you once again. It's Obasanjo. So they told themselves that nobody would dare agree or accept to be Peter Obi's running mate. Like, what do you they think? Is that what your hadith taught you? Serious stuff. I'm talking about serious stuff. But it was Obasanjo. Even when Obasanjo started meeting all of them, they were taking his pictures. They were laughing. They even came on here to say they were laughing at Obasanjo, going to different emirs and all of that, trying to find deputy for Peter Obi. Well, they don't find deputy for Peter Obi. And when they found the deputy, the guy come fitting into the perfect picture of the obedient soldiers. And immediately, then quickly change them to obedience are useful. Go out there. That's the trending stuff now. So it's becoming interesting, isn't it? I have shared quite a few of their interesting stuff today. And surprisingly, the same people who watch the obedient, they feast on Maiyegun 2 days ago. I've been there yesterday. This Maiyegun are idiot. This Maiyegun are enemy. This Maiyegun is this and that. As they come, they see the content of obedient. Wait, I won't call you obedient, but I kind of gonna feel cool calling you that at some point. So I'm never gonna be your real friend for too long, but I'm just somebody you can trust to tell you how it is. So the people who saw them feasting on Maiyegun, this Maiyegun is useless, this Maiyegun is this or that, they can say, it be like say this Maiyegun don't become obedient to. That's what people say. Sometimes you may think Maiyegun is now articulated, or those ones where they work in italic, this were Galicious, all of these are going to be the creation of your own imagination. And guess what? You are entitled to it. I am just a conscience. Your conscience, the one that sometimes you fight with when you are thinking and you're pairing things together, and then somehow some certain things begin to make sense, some begin to stop making sense. And then you begin to fight that mind and say, well, that's exactly who I am to you. I can be that anytime. But the reason why I share this all the time with people is to kind of, beam light, or should you call it a searchlight, into something that looks like, frenzy, trendy. And then you follow the crowd, only to come back later and be like, I don't know, say na GPT sha. Don't take it personal. Boko Haram used to be the darling of the ignorant. And that's where I'm going to start from. I almost forgot that. Before I share with you today's development, I remember one time when a Maigad, Boko Haram Maigad, somebody who was in the dead, or should I say in the graveyard of history, something that should never happen, should have never happened, and so far that is in the dustbin of history, should have never been expunged to come back again. But somehow, the strange bedfellows who claimed to love Nigeria 8 years ago, they went to the graveyard and they exhumed the stinking corpse, the rotten corpse of a tyrant, a dictator. Suddenly, the dictator can't catch human feelings, and before you know it, like a contagion, Boko Haram became a darling. Just a flashback, oh. I don't mean to make you get mad yet, oh.
This country is insecure. This country is getting bankrupt, and it's mainly because of corruption and incompetence. What the APC is out is to make sure that we stabilize this system of multi-party democratic system by voting the PDP out.
That was the guy, man, a few years back. Maybe you don't understand Hausa, by the way, okay? Me too, I don't. I've read the interpretation of what he's about to say now, what I'm about to show you. A tyrant, suddenly they get feelings for human beings. Somebody will be saying, kill and go. A terrorist is one of the first set of terrorists to first terrorize Nigeria officially, and they never get punished. That's Boko Haram, 1966. Yeah, it was one of them. It was called the retaliatory coup, the North versus the South, the program. Then he got rewarded when he also became the first terrorist to dethrone or overthrow a democratically elected government in the entire Nigeria. He is also the first terrorist to get that. So when they bury him, the greedy thieves, selfish rogues from all parts of Nigeria, Tinubu as one of them, they decided to go and exhume the corpse of a dead tyrant, unleashed him on the rest of the country, and before you know it, they say Buhari no get job. They can't make him president, give him the job. Within 7 years, over 100 million Nigerians became jobless. That's a record. It was sometimes talking about how looters to steal your money, and they take the money abroad to take care of their family, blah, blah, blah. All those sweet words. Sorry, Ahmed, help me do interpretation if you are watching. This is a dead tyrant who once had a feelings until now.
Abin da kasashe suke kashewa a kan ilimi wajen 24% Nigeria 1.7, less than 1.7 ake kashewa. Lokacin su sadon wajen 40% na budget din arewa ake kashewa a kan ilimi. Amma yanzu 1.7, less than 1.7 ake kashewa. Amma sharholiya kullum ana hanya a kudu a ɗauki kuɗi a canza a fidda waje a kake a nan a sai hannun jari can a yi menene don cin amana. Babban lalacewa shine musulmi suna yin wannan, kuma kowane musulmi ya ce musulmi ne ya san rukun amana ba dan jaɗin da ta fi shi. Amma su
make I tell you let me tell you the summation or the summary of what he said there in Hausa. He said all over the world, they are using 24% of their budget to fund education. But in Nigeria was spending 1.8% of their national budget on education. That it is so bad that the people who have been stealing the money for themselves, and they use the money to pay for education, to pay for their own children education abroad, to buy healthcare for themselves abroad. That same money, and he also said that to break out finally, that those who were doing this, they were also Muslims. That's what he said in that video. I mean, we go hear that one, we no go come say, oh, this Buhari is such an amazing person. You know why I won't take offense when people abuse me? Because of your love for Peter Obi right now and the rest of that is because it's sometimes good for you to bomb that passion and sometimes to get what you want. Because you see, for those who witnessed the APC, Egbekegbe's propaganda of 2015, if you begin to look back today, if APC, Egbekegbe, if they had not won that election, if they didn't win that election, or if they didn't take over the government, so many people are currently going to be saying Nigeria missed the opportunity. You see, the reason why Boko Haram or anybody will fail with anything they bring is that Nigeria only rewards criminals because the whole arrangement is a criminal arrangement. Even if you have good intention, Baba, when you pay attention very well, you will realize that it won't take a moment before your good intention jump out of the window, and then rather than you change the system will change you. And guess what? The people who shouted Hosanna, Hosanna, they will shout crucify him. It's not new to somebody like me, and I'm not asking you, I'm not even comparing Peter Obi's CV with that of Tinubu or with any of these rogues. No. It's not comparison. I am comparing your level of enthusiasm for I love Nigeria, I love my country, this is our last chance. I heard about last chance in 2014, 2015. That time, Goodluck Jonathan be like one small monster. We be say, even people we love Goodluck Egberejo Lantern, the thing got to a stage whereby some of them were like, they regretted, you go see things as you move on now. But last, it didn't take them a month. It didn't take them a year before they realized that, now one chance. But for now, let's enjoy it. Because the people behind Peter Obi, they themselves said, even if Peter Obi try to say no, they do again, they will arrange themselves and they will arrest him. That's how serious they are. So if you see Peter Obi obedient, if you say something and they come for you, Baba, no take offense. There was a time that Peter Obi himself, a few days ago, Peter Obi was telling his own followers that you need to all please calm down. You need to this and that or more. Their own Peter Obi, they make them realize, say, hey, alaye, no they do pass yourself. This whole thing is not about you. Now all of us will be say we won't face these people. Well, we don't get any, we won't take face time. We just want now we be say we don't get you. No con they feel like say you will con they pander or they do some level of pandering towards these people. No, they do nice. So I'm not joking. This also happened. They took him to the cleaners. They won him. Anyway, that's just side part of it. Let's go into the man that is peering Peter Obi, and at the same time, somehow, douse the tension of this ethnic, religious, and every other things that have pervaded our screens, especially in the last 7 years. I don't know how long it's going to last, because people are already saying the guy no even get any weight. Or you know what? People who are behind, but the obedient are saying, we are not looking for people with the structure, they said. They said them be the structure. Even if them pick cobbler and pair him with Obi, they will still deliver millions of votes for him. But anyway, let's go through the journey of how that went. at least first, when Peter Obi and his own would-be deputy or vice arrived at the Labour House today.
Solidarity forever we shall. Labour Party is our own. Labour Party is our party. Nigeria go better.
Go better, go better. Nigeria go better. With Peter Obi and Dati. Anyway, let's hear Peter Obi himself, the man, the trader who wants to be president, and talking about unity, talking about from consumption to production, a bit of what happened when they unveiled Peter Obi's running mate earlier today. Check it out.
Unite and make Nigeria productive. And you can't do it without having people who have similar vision, similar idea, and are prepared. I have very distinctive honor to present to you somebody I can call a friend, a younger brother, because I'm senior. This is what I'm saying. A younger brother, and God willing, the next vice president of Nigeria. Senator Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed. Who has been described as one of the brightest, youngest personalities in Nigeria that has distinguished himself in all areas. He brings to this mission a great wealth of experience from the background of the private sector to public sector, and a global knowledge that will help in our journey of turning around this country. Today, our country is facing so many challenges, which I will not want to mention here because we're just here to introduce our vice presidential candidate. But I will not be doing a great service to our country if I do not mention some of those. We're today the poverty capital of the world. We're today hugely indebted. And I've said in my interview a few days ago, we're actually about to default in our debt services, which will just trigger us into junk status. I pray it doesn't happen. Amen. But that is where we are. By the end of this year, we will need 100% of our revenue will not be enough to service our debts. That is where we've gotten ourselves into. Our people are hungry, they're angry, and all this is cumulative effect of bad leadership. And we've decided to halt this collapse, to stop this drift. We made this choice, and that's the stand down and discuss. And I said to him, what we're doing is not just two of us. We bring in all Nigerians into this big hands where everybody will be involved, because we want to end the primitive politics of ethnicity, religion, and all sorts of things. Like I've said, show me where in the north, where there's uninterrupted electricity. Show me where people are not hungry. Show me where there's no poverty in the north. Show me where people are prospering and industries. Unemployment is not in the north. Show it to me in the south. There's none. But politicians give excuse because it's from here. What we want now to
I mean, politicians will still tell you a lot more. But the bottom line is that it is all going, or let me say, it is all coming back to one thing: keeping Nigeria's status quo in place for the interest of the owners of Nigeria, who are actually pulling the string behind the scene. And then, well, the frustrated citizens jumping into the bandwagon. And this is the time they will tell you everything you want to hear. This is the time they're going to tell you that Nigeria unity is real, and all manner of things that they will put onto you and say you should make it happen. But the bottom line is that you are just participating in extending the misery, in extending the death trap that Nigeria actually represents. But my purpose is to, well, keep everyone informed enough to understand the old jagbajantis, as they call them, their politics, so to say, and understand your choice. At the same time, be courageous enough to be responsible for them. Because most of you, after all of this emotional roller coaster, political this and that, when the whole thing comes down, you always kind of look for who to blame. Eventually, anyway, but we'll get to that part. The Tinubu boys are out, like I said, and they were in Rivers State earlier today. But before I get to that part, I actually would love to hear or show you the part where that Yusuf Dati is also making his own one Nigeria statement. This country, this country, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Let it be on record too. Continue.
It's not oil, it's agriculture. It's production. Kano and Kaduna is processing center. We will unlock what the ports can do in Port Harcourt. The transshipment port that can generate enough income. That can do the shoe and the clothing that Vietnam is doing at any $something billion a year. It must stop. This country must produce. And that's what we're going to do. That's what that comes with his background. It doesn't, I can't have PhD in economics for nothing. It is to be utilized. From that background, he's been a successful businessman. As a private sector, I want both of us to leave the confines of our success in private sector and do it in the public. That's what we're going to do. Finally, my dear people, I will show you the team. And as I'm looking around, I'm seeing members of the team around here. It's not just going to be two of us. It's not our election. It's not your election. It is Nigeria. The structures are you. Those who tell you to take back our country. And let the I will convert them into the structures now. The structures will be our structure. Yes. They will follow us. Yes. So my dear people, let me once again introduce and present Senator Dr. Jackson Baba Ahmed.
Labour Party is our own. Labour Party is our party. Nigeria go better when Labour Party come here one more time.
Labour Party is our own.
Labour Party is our party. Nigeria go better when Labour Party come here. Please, may we take our seat? Please, let's take our seats. At this point in time, I want to invite.
I now have the honor and privilege to raise the hand of the president, the incoming president, and the vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the Lord makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the party makes us strong. Labour Party forever. Please, let's have the incoming Vice President of Nigeria, Senator Dr. Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed, to make a remark to us. Thank you.
In the name of Almighty Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Chairman of Labour Party, sir, and your honorable and capable executives, by the grace of Almighty Allah, the next President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, friends, associates, the media force, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I wish to begin by uploading my endless praises to Almighty Allah, who gives power to who He wills, when He wills, and how He wills. I thank Almighty Allah for bringing us to where we are and what we are doing here and now. More so, I remain ever so grateful and indebted to my leader, my principal, my president to be.
That's so.
And his team, who worked diligently, researched, and found me.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
No carry us, Bobo. And to you, my obedient viewers, Mokuna no to get carried away. Here is the point. Number one, it doesn't really make any sense, right? For those who know Maiyegun and the Maiyegun's friends to come on to MaiyegunsDiary Politico and can't they act surprised, right? That Maiyegun no support your election, no support PDP, no support APC. We can't bring Peter Obi now. What exactly does this Maiyegun want? I'll tell you. What I want is that a moment, a day, that when we say we won't do election for president, it will be the president of Yoruba nation that oversees the affairs of the people of Yoruba land without the interference or any association by colonialism at all in the picture. Do you get what I mean now? And then why are you talking about Nigeria then? That is where some of you are not smart. That's what I want. And I haven't gotten that yet. Does not mean that the current one that exists, which is what they drag all of us into, whatever you do, listen, anything that happens in that contraption, okay, every one of us associated as Nigerian from that place will be affected. Do you get it now? So which simply means, right, you have chosen, some of you have chosen that your solution is how to fix Nigeria is to get this. Good for you. There are people who believe that Biafra is what we want. Good for them too. In my own book, I know say no be so it be for everybody book, you see. Everybody they walk out with a broken bottle for back. With left like this with broken bottle. Can't they hold down like say they be friendly people. Oh, how are you, my brother? How are you in a lie? Any chance like this, make them come on the broken bottle, shook you. I damn again. That is what Nigeria represents in my own book. But if I say I'm not going to be part of this charade, or we are not going to be part of the charade, which is what we are on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, because we've seen through it, yeah? No, they come here, come they act surprised. Don't come here, come they act like, waiting they speak through you, that Nigerianness speaking through you, that you are so passionate about, that all those things you are typing are the ones that are going to now convince us or change our mind. Even if you abuse me, I've told you many times, it doesn't really count anymore. I count that as your reaction to what you feel like, say, it's comfortable or not. But one thing I want to say is that, it doesn't make any sense, okay? For you to know that this is Maiyegun, then you can't come on to MaiyegunsDiary, can't they ask, hey, Maiyegun, what exactly do you want? Or Maiyegun, why don't you come back home and come and fight it for us? These are just kind of a stupid takes in my book. They are stupid takes. The things you should never do is to waste your time listening to Maiyegun when you know already that is going to use your politics, your political players, the actors, dead and alive, their policies, their political parties. I am going to use your elite, their actions, and everything they do, how they have contributed to the backwardness that we are all suffering from. Then I'm going to end it with, why do you want to keep it? So if you still don't get that after all these years, I don't know what I will tell you. I talk about all your politicians and their actions. You know why? Because I am interested in convincing you to stop wasting your time and dreaming that maybe there is this unity lacking. There is this blah, blah, blah lacking. Therefore, Nigeria is still going to work if we work together. You see, I want to convince you that don't waste your time. That's what I do on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Because everything they still do in that place affects us, even if we want something out of the place. Yes, we don't have that yet. Yes, we haven't gotten that yet. But when you brought in Boko Haram and poverty increased, insecurity increased, Japa increased, where those affected the same people who were shouting change, change, or next devil. So you need to understand how the world works, okay? And save yourself some stress, okay? Don't come here and start acting like you are surprised. This Maiyegun, I don't even know what this Maiyegun wants. Why are you pretending? Why are you pretending that you don't know what Maiyegun wants? This Maiyegun is confused. He doesn't know what he wants to do. Oh, because you just found a new lover. Yeah. There have been people who loved Boko Haram. They love him with passion. They have been on MaiyegunsDiary Politico for more than 7 years. They are here. There are people who love Kolu. They love him so much that they are here on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. So nothing really changes other than when you make your decisions. We have gotten to a stage to make you remember that there are consequences. Unfortunately, the consequences of your decisions are not limited to you. So when they share your blame later, I beg, no, they come to MaiyegunsDiary Political, can they act like, say, waiting Maiyegun, they do, they surprise you. Why are you acting like you are surprised? Don't be. Let's continue. But I love this. I love the fact that you are putting up a fight against a system that you believe that the people rejected by PDP or people benched. You see, PDP, like APC, they benched their supposed best for their relics. Because Nigeria is a place where the system will always give you the worst of the worst. They will constantly make you choose. Now there you go, can say, oh, I will choose this one. God will leave our destiny in your hand, Abi. So if you go to APC, no, not the same thing. Call you somebody with no old flag. Somebody where they, but they believe strongly it's going to change the whole country and the rest of that. So that's what you have. Unfortunately, it is what you have to manage. But others feel like, no. We can always make another difference because, especially those of you who feel like, yeah, Labour, thank you. Thank you for, PDP, thank you for rejecting these people. Don't always forget that. Don't try to, you see, the problem is that when people say, they are this, and so, Baba, nobody they fight you, man. Auntie, calm down. Nobody they fight you. Okay? Don't turn around later and say, hey, see what they do, because you know what? Now the system, and in 2014, 2015, Atifku, Tambua, Amechi, Tifnumbu, Dinomelaye, Saraki, some of the PDP governors, some of the PDP senators, your royal fathers, your religious leaders, all of them, they jump ship. They say they won't save Nigeria. They can't give you Boko Haram. 7 years down the line, they say Boko Haram can be like leprosy. That's where we get leprosy. Everybody they run from. But the same people who force Boko Haram on you or sold them to you, they have scattered everywhere now. They say they won't save. So, yeah, not too carried away. So don't be offended. And if you are offended, well, manage them. Tinubu de France. Tinubu is currently in France. They are sharing Nigeria. In part, if I become president, what would you like to take? Say, Baba, now that at this Niger Delta, I won't be a state. You know what I mean? They are sharing your existence in France right now. High profile billionaires, all of them, Shaguri brothers, then they share out and go divide the territory when they conquer them. And as we speak, they are not joking. That's why the team, they left Boko Haram. They left Tinubu in France. And they tracked with a wicket down to Port Harcourt. But before then, do you know that Werewike already met with Tinubu in France, where they didn't publicize that one, but they said it was a rumor. Forget it. Even Seyi Makinde is working for Tinubu in what we have been told. Well, don't hold me for it. Your election is just 6 months, I'll be 7 months away. You can hold your breath until then. So they said that Werewike met with Tinubu in France, or maybe not Tinubu people go meet Werewike in Turkey. They shall meet. Let's say the final one is to say, okay, welcome to Nigeria. We don't receive the news that they pick Atifku call anymore. Atifku, they Dubai, currently also sharing your territory, sharing your resources, sharing your state, even sharing some of you as those who are going to be shared as part of the whole booty when they take over your Nigeria. That's how it works, by the way. So it's just what it is. So Atifu's delegated people to go and talk to Wike. Wike, calm down. No, they vex like that. You know, say no easy. He spent, Wike actually spent a lot of money. But Tambua just gave him a fast and the rest is history. Now another, they duped, they scammed Wike twice. The second one was the fact that Atifu could put together a team to go and look for vice president for him. Yeah. So the team, 17 people, including governors, they came back. They said, 14 of them said, use Wike as your vice. We will take Were, cure Were. Because Sibila said this Wike go face Tinubu and all of them. And because Atifu could understand the fact that if you have an ambitious vice president, the way he was to Obasanjo, I'm not dead, not die. He decided to go and pick Okowa. Somebody who the committee put together by Atifu did not choose. Wahala constant. Where Wike come book appointment, say one go holiday for Turkey. And say nowhere, nothing is still covered, by the way. So people just try to say, people just always praise that this thing where Maiyegun they talk, may God just make sure say no be true. There are people who are watching me right now. He's lying. You know why they believe that I'm lying? It's because what I'm saying right now better not be true. You better just remain that it's just a pure parlor talk. Baba, but inside of them, they are praying and saying, Yomo, I just hope say this will not be true. I just hope say this will not be true. Wike hurting, hungry, telling people closer to him that Atifu will never be president. They should forget it. That instead of Atifu to be president, he will work with Tinubu. For those who hear that one, they can't arrange that Wike and Tinubu should meet. So they met outside Nigeria. And when Wike returned to Nigeria, Atifu could come put delegation together to go and beg Wike. Atifu could still did Dubai. Oh. He still did Dubai, so you are watching. Oh. He never come around. Oh. They say Wike no pick call. Why Wike come pick APC, Ebekegbe's call? And the same way Wike also picked Peter Obi calls. I don't understand. I just want you to begin to put together all these pieces, okay? Me, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying put all of this together so that tomorrow, go and say, hey, my chest, so say, what's up, mama? They say we're the wicked or they support Tinubu. Which waiting be all of this? It's because you are not paying attention. That's why on the other side, even me, I dey pray, say, make this Peter Obi movement, make the thing work. The same way I was praying that the NSAS youth who protested against police brutality, corruption, high-handedness, and then all of that in 2020. As a day here, they say, oh yeah, you're right, it's your right, fight for it. These establishments are not going to take it, so they will kill you. They will do, but no agree. We were coordinating all over the place, and when the system came and come crashing, and like this, everybody, hey, they don't kill them. Show that one a live bullet, I've been a fake bullet. Hey, they don't kill them. Everybody they watch it, hey, they don't kill them. 200 people see this video. Jesus Christ, that's the system. But we thought the system could probably see reasons. So you see, that's why on this side, some people like us are like, okay, make your Peter Obi work, because the way the establishment is working, you can see where the Wike fighting on, screaming on TV. The youth, the Southern Nigeria, we know. Nah lie, okay? It's about interest, okay? It's not about any service or anything back to anybody. Do you get that now? So the Peter Obi has alternatives for many of you. And they pray for you, may you walk. Oh. You know why I'm praying? It's because I don't want to tell you, say, no, go walk again. Because that one be like, they make me feel like, make you not like me. Won't like me, but it don't really matter. Well, I can just say, make it work, make her pray than to just say, it's not going to work. Tinubu de France, Atiku de Dubai, but their agents, then they work with camera. And this time around, Wiki is the darling, the beautiful bride to the power tussle for your 2023 charade. Maybe not for anything, but at least.
Carry camera and come. Why you carry camera and come there? I beg. We can. Which is the London fire talk. Now this cap here now. We can. I don't see my brother. Are you going to introduce her? No, we were all families. We were all families. Very much which call. Not from our chairman.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
See how they joyously and all of that, you know. Now your destiny. Now in there they take negotiate so directly or indirectly, they have something to say to you and say it is for the interest of the southern Nigeria. Yeah, interest of you. So that is where the obedience comes in. Like, no, we can go collect. Well, good enough. We shall see. Because even in Southwest, we have in Yoruba land, we have the Yorubas who believe that Tinubu betrayed us. Or the Yorubas who knows that Tinubu betrayed Yoruba people. And he continued to betray the Yoruba people. Now, to further insult the Yoruba people, Tinubu and his gang, after what they have done to the Yoruba land, they tagged their own swagger, Yoruba agenda. Emilokon. They say Emilokon. So which is also going to pit, or they are going to work to pit the Yorubas against other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, especially the Igbos. So the battle line is going to be, it's not going to be about competency, about, it is going to be about how many of you can drain or draw blood more than yourself, and who is going to survive. And I ask myself, so what, Yesha? But people are not hiding it. So for some of you who might think there are, because of Tinubu, there are Yorubas who are also going to become or join the bandwagon of ethnic bigots. Yorubas are very smart. Let me tell you something, right? You see, poverty has done a number on us, just like what is done to Nigerians. Okay, poverty has done a number on our people. But even with that, there are still reasonable people who make decisions not because of what they want to eat, but on so many on so many standard what do you call it? Sort of a standard measurement before they don't take anything below. Still, even if they are not rich, and there are others who are very, very vocal. Those who knows that the same Tinubu who kept quiet for 7 years when terrorists invaded Yoruba land and stayed. So we are not forgetful. The people they killed at Lekki toll gates, they are not just from, I mean, what do you call it? They are not just Lagosians. So there are Yorubas there, there are Igbos there, there are other people from other tribes from all over Nigeria there. But do you know that those who are Yorubas, especially when they were doing the NSAS, what do you call it, the NSAS, whatever, at the time, that tribunal, whatever they call it then, there are families who didn't even make it to that tribunal as well. And for that massacre that happened during the NSAS protest, Yoruba parents who suffered it as well, who knows the role Tinubu played, they can never be blackmailed into seeing Tinubu as anything. Then the Yorubas who have seen the light of the fraudulent arrangement called Nigeria, and they are demanding for a renegotiation that would eventually lead to the emergence of Yoruba nation, our own country. These Yorubas have seen the silence of Tinubu. In fact, these Yorubas have seen the underhand dealings of Tinubu to destroy that noble, legitimate idea of Yoruba independence, simply because he wants to be president of all over Nigeria. So there are Yorubas that are not ashamed or afraid. Why would you be ashamed anyway? Sorry, I shouldn't use that word. They are not afraid. They are courageous enough to tell you that the injustice in Nigeria that is tearing Nigeria apart, Tinubu is part of them. And as Yorubas, we are never going to be in the same camp with the selfish, rogues like that. There's one here. If you don't understand Yoruba, somebody will do an interpretation for you. Listen to a bit of this.
Àwọn ń pariwo nítorí pé a mọ̀ wípé ìwà ẹranko náà ń wù sí yín, ìwà èèyàn gidi náà ń wù sáwà níbi táwa yìí. Bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pa wá fọlẹ̀ fóyìnbó ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ òyìnbó la wá ṣe. Ó pè wá. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ aráalé, tẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣẹrú, tẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣọmọ ọ̀dọ̀, tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń kúkú yà dànù, ẹ̀ ń kúkú ebi, àwọn ọmọ yín ò rí bìgbà, ẹ̀yin gan ò rí bìgbà. Ẹ tọrọ owó, gbogbo yín do oníbàárà. Ọ̀rọ̀ délẹ̀ tẹ́ máa fi yọra yín kúrò nínú rádaràda. Àti nílé àtàlejò àti baálé ilé àti ìyálé ilé. Gbogbo yín wá pariwo èmi lẹ́kàn, Yorùbá ló kàn. Àdìbò tribe. Ìbò ẹni tó máa tún Nàìjíríà ṣe torí wa ò ní burú, òun la fẹ́ dì. Àwa ọmọ Yorùbá la fẹ́ lọ, Tinubu ò sáyẹ̀nsì fún wa pé ká lọ. Kò gbèjà wa pé wọ́n ń pa wá. Àwọn àgbààgbà tí bàbá mọ̀nà lé wọ́n sìn, ó mọ bẹ̀ ńgbà náà, bá mi Tinubu, ó mọ bẹ̀. Kó lọ ṣèpàdé wípé kí la ṣe máa ṣe security ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tí wọ́n ní rí wa pamọ́. Gbogbo àwọn Yorùbá kan wá ń sunkún, àwọn ló kàn. Ìmí ìtì ẹ̀ tún máa lórí láyà kẹ́ ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹni tó bá pe fóònù mi tó bá bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ dọ̀rọ̀dọ̀, màá wọ̀n fún ni. Ẹ̀yin wo ló kàn? Níbo ló ti kàn yín? Àbí ṣe kàn ẹ́ àti ìyà? Tinubu fọmọ ẹ̀gẹ̀ yà lọ́jà. Kò ṣe wá mú ẹ, èmi ló kàn. Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ dìdìrìn, àwọn òpònú, ayé radaràdà, kò sí ohun tẹ́ ẹ wúlò fún. Èkó ti di mẹ́ta ò tẹ́ ẹ bá mọ̀ ń pẹ́. Èkó ti di mẹ́ta. Èkó tálákà, Èkó lówó, Èkó áfírèjì. Àwa ti kọ̀tún ní tálákà. Àwọn ti áfírèjì ní Gbàgádà, Ìkẹjà nǹkankan. Èkó lówó ni Èkó bọ́dílọ̀mù. Ṣé bó ṣe yẹ kó rí nìyẹn? Ìlú òyìnbó tí mo wà yìí títí dẹnu ọ̀nà lémi ilé káńsù mo dẹ̀ ń gbé. Ọlọ́run ò ní fi re fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin rádaràda tẹ́ tún fẹ́ sọ̀pọ̀tì wọn pé òun ló kàn. Níbo ló ti kàn? Kò kàn o. Òbí lèmi máa dìbò fún ọmọ Ìgbò, ọmọ ọ̀nà. Ẹni tó bá ti máa tún Nàìjíríà, mi ìdìbò fún PDP, mi ìdìbò fún APC, mi ìdìbò fún party individual tó ní good record, ó lè bí máa dìbò fún. Tinubu ló kàn, Tinubu kàn, Tinú omi labúlabú ni. Gbogbo àwọn tẹ́ ló fi síbẹ̀. Ṣé gbogbo wọn kọ́ ló ń gba rìtọ́ọ̀nù lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀? Kí ló ní kó tó di gọ́fúnà? Yorùbá ló nìtàn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń pàtó fáwọn Yíbò pé wọ́n ṣe gbá wọn dalẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà la máa pàtó fẹ́yìn náà. Ẹ̀yin kọ́ ló kàn, òbí ló kàn.
Oh God, I caught that on Twitter, and it's quite interesting. It's very long, but that part is where she was very specific, and somehow that maybe the part where she said she's supporting Obi and all of that is what is a bit different from my own position. I said, if your Nigeria is working, listen to this. If your one Nigeria unity jargons that they are professing is working, right? Since 1999, when they denied MKO Abiola his mandate in 1993, and he died. When they were doing their power share negotiation, this and that, they all agreed that if we want to keep this Nigeria, with what has happened to the Yorubas, with the level of the political awareness and mobilization, Yorubas are going to break away from Nigeria soon. And that will be the end of it. So they all came together, these rogues. They agreed. They even have to go and bring, they are not interested in Yoruba as a people, okay? But for the political permutation to work, so they decided that the power should go to Yoruba land. And specifically to somebody who they could trust, Obasanjo. And they ensured that all political parties in 1998, 1999, they adopted the Yorubas as their candidates. I'm not joking. There are other parties who presented other candidates. But you see, that time, 1999, you could tell it was a sort of handwritten book that this is how we're going to do this, including the constitution. Nobody had to say. It was all scripted. Bola Ige, who became the chieftain of AD. It was Bola Ige, who was part of those who founded PDP. It was Bola Ige who also participated in founding AD. The first constitution of PDP was written by Bola Ige and the others. So it was all scripted according to the military then. So Yoruba must be this, just to keep Nigeria one. It wasn't about anybody's affair. They had to go and bring Obasanjo from prison. No structure, no nothing. No. We are going and bring him from death row. So I said it many times. I said, if all of you now won't stop lying to yourselves, you have been independent for how many years now? 62 years. For that 62 years, there is this unwritten code that anyone from the eastern part of Nigeria would never be democratically or by coup or by anything become the president of Nigeria. It is real. And it is one of the reasons why the Biafrans who have come under the tribal profiling for years. See, so many people who are watching me right now will tell you, I used to look at the Igbos like this before. And you will see some of my Biafran brothers who will say, I used to see the Yorubas as this before. That was the norm. For 62 years till now, they have been profiling them. And other part of Nigeria never seen it as anything wrong. It's just like, oh, are you an Igbo man? Oh, an Igbo man. So they said they were leaving. And then they said, no, they can't leave. Do you understand that now? So they said, we are going to leave Nigeria if we are never going to be part of the whole thing. And they said, no, you can't leave. Oh. They killed over 5 million of them just to keep them as part of Nigeria, but never to mean anything in Nigeria except what or where they put them. Do you see what the underdevelopment did to them? It's not even about power. Do you know the damages? It's not even about power. It's not about who become president or not. It is about the intentional underdevelopment of Eastern Nigeria, which is like the state policy in Nigeria. And it doesn't matter. Even if you bring somebody from Niger Delta to be president of Nigeria, it would never, it is unwritten. It's like that. So they said they were leaving. What do you do if you want to prove to them that Nigeria is one? What is wrong with all of your power brokers, uneducated one Nigerianist? If you all agree that an Igbo man should be, okay, to show that Nigeria is still one, do the same thing like you did for Abiola's, the Yorubas. And that was then. They have to fight for it. You think you are smart, Abi? They have to fight for it. And at the same time, your one Nigeria is stereotyping them. Many of you, your election that you are going to do now is going to be about what? It's going to be about tribe, even though you are pretending about your one Nigeria. That is where me, I'm different, okay? I don't lie to myself, and I hate it when people lie to themselves and they pretend that they are not lying to themselves. Nigeria is not one, okay? Now, the Biafrans that said they are living, you said you should keep them. So if you want to prove to everybody that Nigeria is one, all of you are one, and all of that, what you should do is that you will give your presidency, you will give your government and every other thing. You will give it to the people of Eastern Nigeria. That is the fairness in it. In 62 years, so listen, 62 years, Northern Nigeria, they have ruled Nigeria for 49 years now. Well, maybe we should calculate the Southerner, who have been in charge of Nigeria, military or civilian, okay? Goodluck Ebere Jolantan used 5 years. Oban Paro Obasanjo, his military era was 3 years. His civilian time was 8 years. That's 11 years. Add down to that of Goodluck Ebere Jolantan, 16 years. Abi? Remind me somebody who also came from Southern Nigeria who ever touched the power as well and all of that stuff. So you can put Agoye Rossi and then Shonekon together, you get 1 year. So what do you get? 17 years. 17 years minus 62 years, or 62 minus 17. What do you get? 45 years. By next year, it will be 46 years. The Northern Nigeria, they have been leading Nigeria. And in this, the Yorubas, we have had a chance of how many? 11 years in the 62 years of existence of Nigeria. What about the Biafrans, the Igbos? 0. So if you want to preach one Nigeria, that includes that we are all one, we should be like this or that, then there shouldn't be anything wrong in letting an Igbo man be your president, Abi. But we all know, say, una no be one Nigeria. Una be all of una to deceive ourselves. Now you all have different definition of one Nigeria, Abi. So make una continue deceiving yourselves. So there are Yorubas who see things the way I just explained to you right now. And some of them, when you tell them no election, they will tell you, no, I'm going to do election. That's why I said, there's no point in coming to MaiyegunsDiary Politico and think I have the capacity to tell you what to do or not, because you're still going to do what you're going to do. I'm a Yoruba man who knows that you don't tell people what to do, except if you are feeding them, like the politicians are doing, to those they call their ready-made voters, the ones they give rice to, the ones they give a rapper to, the ones they give 500 and the rest of that too. Yeah, you can tell them what to do, but as a Yoruba man, from where I grew up, and as I grew up, I know, say, an enlightened, educated Yoruba man, you can't tell him what to do, except he wants to really do it. And that's the fact that there are Yorubas who are never going to buy into a Milocon nonsense. Because to some of us, we know that whatever is being done to us today, the poverty that our people are facing in Yoruba land, the insecurity we are facing, the joblessness that our young people are facing in Yoruba land, they couldn't have happened to us if those who are also Yorubas in charge of Yoruba land politically, economically, and otherwise, if they never allowed Nigeria to happen to us, if they ever stood up for us at any point in time, maybe, just maybe, that your sister will not die on her way to Libya. That your young brother, that your son, your daughter, they will not be trafficked into different places all over the world where somehow, the frustration in Nigeria that kicked them out, they are now preferring it to the life they are now being exposed to all over the world. Do you understand that now? There are people in charge of Yoruba land. They speak Yoruba, okay? They dress like us. They worship like us. They do everything like us. Yes, they are called the elite, the political class, the religious class, the business class, all of them in Yoruba land, especially the ones that are so entitled They love to be called excellencies, honorables, distinguished, and all those names that doesn't fit. Criminals in Agbada, criminals in tinted bulletproof vehicles, driving about in the slum they have created. They are Yorubas. Whatever we are experiencing today that you are reacting to today as a Yoruba man in Yoruba land, I want you to know that they will never have happened to you or happened to us if those who are representing us in the projects Nigeria, if they ever cared about us. I mean, if it is not about food, if it is not about themselves, trust me, we would never have come this worse. But under that, some of us still have our senses and we can still make rational decisions. Come on, man. There are people that will never, ever bow for tribal, profiling and every other thing that they have used in the past to keep Nigeria one, as you have seen. I got one of these from Oshun. Let me see if I still have a clip. This is what they say when they say they are speaking for Yoruba. They are fighting for Yoruba. I am talking about the Diweres that will do this just for one Nigeria, so to say, where they share food. They share, I'm trying to get to that clip, but I think I have missed it, but I won't need it anyway. But there are many people who believe that, you see, this Nigeria, now inequality, the impunity in the system, the turn-by-turn mentality is why the Yorubas will continue to suffer under this arrangement. And except something is done, we can consider ourselves doomed in this contraption. So even in the whole scenario, there are people that will still feel like equity, justice, fairness can still at least salvage the situation, and people can possibly drop their daggers and discuss if they still want to continue with this or not. Me, I will stop here and then I will take calls. Okay. But before we do that, I'm going to go make my tea again. It'll come in now. So if you have been with me all night, you can still like this video if you want. You can still subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and if you want. And then if you have other things, any other serious things to do, as some would say, at this point, you have done well. So you can excuse yourself, or if you think you have something to add too, you can pick up your phone, okay, and be part of this. The number is on the screen. I will take some calls tonight. But let me go make myself some cup of tea. Let me go make myself a refill. And when I get back, we'll continue. Just a second then. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. So that's me
good evening.
and everybody can hear you, by the way. So you're live now.
It's Olatokunbo speaking.
Oh, Olatokunbo talks.
Remember we spoke a couple of weeks ago about security in Nigeria.
I remember you, sir. How are you?
And in Yoruba land. Eko Jumo, Eko, Wojo, Lela.
Thank you, sir.
Bawani family.
Adupe, sir. Adupe. All everybody. All
right. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just, I'm okay. Quick one. I just want to say a big thank you to yourself for everything you're doing. Your program, I'm on your chat tonight. I always try to call in and stuff like that. A couple of days or weeks ago, it was very heated in your platform, and I wanted to call in. But Maiyegun, can you do us personally me a favor? And I've noticed certain things that things about the Yoruba history. There's no the fact that after 1999 they cleared history from our curriculum in our schools is really bothering me, because 23 years of our children knowing our history is really bothering me, because a man or a woman who has no history or don't know where they come from, do you understand? So looking at that, it worries me that at some point, let's start teaching our children history. Let's know how powerful the Yoruba race is. Likewise, the Biafrans as well. Let's know how powerful they are. And which was what Nnamdi Kanu was doing, enlightening the people to let them know where you are, who you really are. Because that's what weakens the mind. And that's you always say that the slavery of the mind is what they've done to us, that we don't know who we are, and they're weakening our minds so much that we don't even know what we're doing again. As far as I'm concerned,
I'm planning to start a sort of history, segment of MaiyegunsDiary Politico. But what I'm planning to do is that I want to order in some books, right? That maybe through the readings, people will be interested in picking them up as well. You get what I mean now? So interesting ones that are really, really related to educating our minds on where we were, who we are and where we're coming from, and the possibility of shaping where we want to be. I am planning that. It's just that activities every day from Nigeria. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I
when you are
understand.
reading on
tonight,
tomorrow.
My generation is the last generation between the old and new, because when I was living in VI in Lagos in the 70s and 80s, Nigeria was paradise, and I could see when the first school happened after Shagari happened and everything. Verdict 83, I was in VI then. The coup and everything, I saw at the transportation how everything went down. Now I spoke to my dad one day and I told him that, who are we really? My father gave me history of over 260 years of my family background. Maiyegun, the next day I stood up and I said, I'm a proud Yoruba man. Nobody will beat me now, because there's no how you tell me with that history that I have.
To take something undefinable.
Yeah. And thank you very much, my brother. Thank you.
So it will be difficult.
I just recovered from COVID yesterday, so I'm just a bit tired.
Is it negative?
Yeah, it's negative now. It's negative now. I'm fine. All right, my brother. All right, take care, my brother. God bless you.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
All right.
Me, I don't know when I'm reading. I don't even know how I'm sounding when I read. But somehow I read when I feel like, hang on, sorry. So I read out here. If people love it, I can order in some of our historical book, especially Yoruba land, written in Yoruba, written in English. I can order them in and I can tell them, and we can have a segment on MaiyegunsDiary Politico that you can say, tonight is going to be for the reading. Then let's continue from where we stopped. And it was going to be interesting, but I just don't know how my sound or my voice sounds out there. And I don't want to begin to feel like they read like Lameda. Ahmed.
Maiyegun.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm
still here, surviving.
No,
I mean,
no vex. So at the top, now my.
You the shop.
at the shop new.
And now you will call, hopefully no be warm food or you are nearly done because you're going to need to put some aside now. You know how it be for here.
No, no, Bitek Benny.
Oh yeah, now.
Who are like Benny?
No time. Ahmed, they chop beans and bread. So you should talk about.
I want you now.
Forgive you.
I want you now. But
you know that kind of way you go talk. When person go just sit down here, they imagine them. And then you'll be talking to me. Hey, Maiyegun, you know, I'll just be, because my mind is already there like more bread, beans.
I did tell you.
Go for it, Ahmed.
Maiyegun, you know that the Baba Ahmed. Stop. Oyayi, Baba, yeah. You know that Baba Ahmed. Dirty Baba Ahmed. You know
we have two Baba Ahmed. Abi.
Yes.
We have Akim.
They are the same family. They are the same family.
Baba Ahmed, Dirty.
They are all the same family. They are all the same family.
From Mauritania.
From Zaria. From Mauritania. Thank you very much. And ẹ̀gbọ́n ló ń wọ́n lẹ̀ fáwọn èèyàn tó ń sọ pé when he was saying his trash then when before they kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When he was saying if the Igbos want to go, let them go. Kinikan, don't sort of willy. And now they don't bring another slogan come up for them. Be obedient and useful. Abi?
Yusuf is now useful.
It's not useful.
Now this Sorosoke generation gets OBO. And they say, it no matter what it will be, where they will be the call from, who they will be, Baba, this will be
Maiyegun, you posted something on Facebook. You posted something on Facebook. You said, Obi and Baba Ahmed, they be like PDP, TMB. No be lie.
They won't hang me.
Now confirm thing.
You know, even go there, go defend me. They won't hang me. Even me, I stop reading comments because I'm like, you know what?
Baba, you know what? If you reach one stage where you say if you post bar, I will just say the back on there. You say any sorrow. You say any sorrow.
Even people from APC, they came. They say, they are coming for you. I say, I know.
Me, I don't see I'm saying a normal thing. I want to
comprehension problem.
Yes, they have a mental issue. Someone came on my post and he was like, when I posted something, he was like, bro, what is the solution? Money, if I tell you the solution, you will not go with it. And my own solution is very easy. I used to say it here. If you are scared of anybody, I'm not scared of anybody. Ibiti awon obite mi wa, o dangerous ju ibiti awon tie wa lo. And I say it with open mind. Nkan to ba fe ṣẹlẹ̀ kó ṣẹlẹ̀. Everybody ló máa kú dànù. Me, my own stand ni pé kí Nigeria kó parẹ́. Everybody law. Everybody law here.
It's wrong, right? It is wrong. Kí èèyàn tó mọ̀ pé Ahmed o break up of Nigeria ló support o. And then the whole advocacy ni pé we should stop wasting our energy trying to keep Nigeria. We should do this. Then can you call to team right, Baba? Now come they come to you, come they say, what is the solution if you don't like Obi? Papa, show why mini.
That is it.
Show why mini. Which one is great? Me phobia, abi me Fatiku, abi me Tinubu. You can't ask me what is the
solution.
You why mini.
The solution ni everybody learn here. No comment.
No, that one is not possible
and,
now.
And anything on so I'm not done yet. And anything on so na friends me moko okay yeah. Moko dakeni. If I say make I even continue the talk with this on self na then party can feel it. Someone and I was reading comments, someone was like, right now, I'm reading one comment, someone is saying that Baba Ahmed is the one you need to deal with. Forget about his brother. See, forget. Let me tell you, it is all the same thing. They are all on the same movement. The agenda is the same thing. The goals are the same thing. There is nothing you can tell me. And there is no way.
Hypocrisy. People think it doesn't matter. Leave that one. Now leave that one. I ain't give you.
Now leave that one. I ain't shift us where we did.
Give you Buhari. Leave that one. That's not it. Leave that one.
Leave that one. Buhari come. Now you are crying. After now,
people
now go
really
leave
tell us
am.
about Fulanization, Ahmed. Fulanization, Islamization in 2015 to 2018. When Atiku came out, Fulanization no matter again that time. I said people where I know for these streets, we be say the only thing is Fulanization. This so I told you, Maiyegun, you need to say the truth. Baba, Atiku came out, no Fulanization again, no Islamization again. When Atiku no day again, Baba, that came back. And I said, this is not hypocrisy. Now, Baba Ahmed, Akim Baba Ahmed, we know where him be. We know what people don't talk about him. But now we say, hypocrisy.
It's useful now. It's useful. No, it's useful. But you know, Okoda Cameron or Letilo. You will still come back here after 4 years. I promise you. It no be say it don't happen and it go continue. And if you come back, you'll be accepted. That time, you have to pay lori. Then you
just no point fingers.
All of you are mad. You are seriously mad. You have mental issues.
Ahmed, me we be say I no vote Boko Haram, or me we say I did the camp of people we be say they say no choose this Boko Haram. This you understand? After they choose him, they still come back here and say this Maiyegun is the problem of Nigeria. I say how?
It's the problem. How is it the problem?
How take the problem?
Maiyegun, ìyàwó mi máa ń sọ nǹkan ó máa ní ṣé mi ò lè nǹkan yìí ó ń affect mi ní wo kì í ṣe pé anything but àwọn èèyàn tèmi ní Nàìjíríà òun ló máa ń mú mi feel somehow and bí àti bàbá ṣe wà yẹn kì í ṣe pé àwọn fẹ́ wá gbé ní ibà yìí nǹkan tó tún bí mi nú nìyẹn I think they vex me again be that to say gbogbo wọn lè wá gbé it's something mo lè gbé àwa mo lè gbé bàbá but nǹkan tó ń bí mi like say that wọ́n so wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ níbi bẹ̀yẹn mo á wò pé ẹ wá gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ẹ mọ̀ pé tó wá délẹ̀ tán àwa gan ó máa kàn wá àgbàdúrà ẹ̀ bọ̀ ó máa kàn wá but you know.
Thank you so much. Okay.
We know
the pattern, we know how they do them, and we just don't want to get carried away with the whole thing. So, like I said, if the disenchanted people, the Sorosoke.
Stanley Ogbogo, I beg before you go, I want to say something. One Stanley Ogbogo, I hear about you. God punish you, idiot. We sit down abroad, they talk rubbish. Now thunder go kill you there.
Ahmed, you see what they do with?
No, it's better make I think one point. As I read the comment as I did so, I did them.
Say you be problem. No. You don't see where people they talk say they don't like Maiyegun because Maiyegun is telling them to go and face their leaders. Are you trying to go? Are you sending us to go and die? You say abroad.
If you curse me, I go curse you. If you curse me, I go curse you. And if I come face to face with you, man, no, if I go to no, but yeah,
make a take a Ahmed. See, you know, easy. People come here, they blame Maiyegun for their miserable existence and choices they have made. They are about to make the same miserable choices, but guess what? In a year time, some of them are going to come back here and say, this Maiyegun is the problem of Nigeria. It's not new to me. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Maiyegun. In fact, God bless you. This is Femi calling from Spain.
Oh, Baba, how are you?
Fine. Oh, God bless you, Maiyegun. In fact, aware of my loss, okay. Any arrow that shot against you will turn back to the sender in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
In fact, you are blessed. You are blessed. You are blessed. The wisdom that God gave you, the wisdom will continue. It will continue to be explored around the world in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
In fact, you have already said this for the past 4 years before, but people did not listen.
They don't.
But thank God you are still saying it today. But to back to the next 4 years, no. Everybody man go Maiyegun around the world.
I want to Maiyegun for the past 6 years. I'm come for the past 8 years. Because you know all those period. That's the reason I season by you join me loju. So mo ti learn.
In fact,
4 years ago ni gbogbo àjọ máa para báyìí. Àbólórí burúkú ni ẹni kúre. Wọ́n sì mo ti realize pé
tí bá gbọ́ program ẹ̀ títí tí màá ní ṣáwọn èèyàn náà tún àwọn youth náà tún wà báyìí. Bí irú Maiyegun yìí kọ́dẹ̀ fi jẹ́ EFCC kìíní kókó gbogbo wọn. Maiyegun máa rán wọn lọ sẹ́wọ̀n ni. Tí bá ń wo program all this make they just carry Maiyegun from Scotland where they just go give you EFCC this thing that you would just 1 month deal with all of them. Máa padà sí Nàìjíríà ni. Kó ṣe pé òun èmi náà kì í jókòó sí ìlú òyìnbó.
Tí Maiyegun lè try irú ẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ Yorùbá àwarawa àtúrà wa mú. Ṣé tẹ́ bá ti ń fi ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà wé yẹn tí Maiyegun bá ṣe 1 month bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bó yẹn o tí Maiyegun bá ṣe 1 month àti EFCC yẹn ẹ̀yin gbọ́ pé láwọn tó máa kọ̀ gone too soon ṣe bí kì í ṣe Nàìjíríà ni. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́sà.
Maiyegun, but the only thing I really love you and Sini, you are not like this like that. That's what there are so many programs on the YouTube. I don't watch them because some people is just wasting of time. But I'll be going to work. Maybe I will wake up around 3:30. But I got to watch Maiyegun. Bless you, sir. Because what you are saying sense. You are saying sense and you are saying the fact. And I don't know if people cannot learn from your place, from this your program. In your job still learn, it can only bomo. One day your job
most of what people do, sir, yeah, they do them by choice. And that's why I'm insisting on listen, everybody when they make choice, so they make your choice, so they believe that nobody can.
Okay, you said something today. You said something today. You said something today that really moved me. You said you analyzed the political fact of Nigeria. But what really happened is that I'm a Yoruba man. But these Biafra, are they not human beings? Why Nigeria are they treating them like this? I wasn't treating I will be a fan there. It doesn't. I will not lie to you. Toba see option rara pay amakun. Toba see option rara. Obi, nobody the best. But the only thing, Obi go only share. He cannot do it. Our people only share. In cotton money, one tree can never make a forest. Bushwaye, ani otinso. Toba ma the next 4 years. Otomato ko biba. Ma wa na to ma pepe. Se bo so ngba yen won po. Se bi bo se so ti Boko Haram don niyen. Everybody was done
70 years ago. 7 years
se bo pariwo titi ngba yen no Maiyegun. O pariwo Yoruba na assistant president pastor. Useless pastor. Tí ó lè sọ̀rọ̀. Useless you'll be dining with God, you will dining with devil. Devil man,
you don't talk when you are
eating. I don't know. It's very okay. Look at it. Peter Obi. I will not lie to you. I love Peter Obi. I love him so much. I love him. Maiyegun bobo yo tó bá débẹ̀ ó máa worst. I'm telling you. Kò ṣe èèyàn ló wà lẹ́yìn ọ̀rọ̀ tó ọ̀rọ̀ fi ń ké ni. Okay, tell me, police cell ton lọ bust. Ṣé àwọn government ò mọ̀ sí? She be over very close to barrack. Àwọn tó operate more than 2 hours. Super jet ton lọ rà ńkọ́ níbo ló kó owó ẹ̀ sí? Tell me. I mean, all these things are arranged.
Sometimes someone you are told you want baja. Nǹkan sọ yóò ní make sense. Get.
But Maiyegun, the only thing tó jẹ́ sọ lórí program mi fáwọn èèyàn tí mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kó sọ because mo wọ̀ kó máa ṣe find this and kò ṣe you never tí sọ wrong thing lórí program rí. Sórí àwọn àmì tọ̀pa yẹn. Àwọn àmì tọ̀pa yẹn mo fẹ́ kó bá a ṣe find it. Wàá mọ̀ pa àwọn àmì tọ̀ lọ pa sí Kanjidam yẹn wàá mọ̀ pé Easternat àti Ṣìrórò Easternat àti Southernat lọ pa
Yes, sir.
Because it's set up.
Any figure often didn't see. Research because multi share picture won't be sir. We miss program, right? Yes, out of figure of one pay 31 soldiers. One day 17 ọlọ́pàá. Then one pa àwọn tó jẹ́ JTF jẹ́ clothing pé wọ́n civilian JT àwọn lord plus soldier kí wọ́n ṣe wọ́n pa mẹ́ta. Ṣẹ̀wárí èyí tó jẹ́ ti sójà ń bẹ̀ nínú 31 tó pa tó jẹ́ sójà the 31 soldiers tí wọ́n sọ fún wa kó pa o 28 nínú wọn they are from southern Nigeria. Sir, ṣẹfẹ́ gbọ́ kankan out of the 28 22 nínú wọn they are from eastern Nigeria. No joke.
Jesus.
Ṣẹ̀wárí ti àwọn ọlọ́pàá level yẹn as in mọ́kọ́tọ́ ṣe ni Nigerian military will be telling their families that when their families consult the military and say, I've not heard from my son, I've not heard from my husband, I've not heard from my this and that, they will say, listen, your husband is under MIA. They are dead, though. They say MIA, missing in action. They are not dead. They are not a whole. So they will not put the family in between. Guess what, sir? There are families of soldiers in Nigeria, sir, who have been waiting, who only have information of MIA about their family member for the past 2 years, missing in action, but they are dead. But they still believe that they are just missing in action. Southerners are dying, being sacrificed, sir. No doubt about that.
But I'm just tired. People are listening to your program every day, but they still don't understand that it's not maybe you don't. It's what everybody wants now. That everybody should go on their own. Everybody should go and protect this. Okay, look at the video you just showed today. The stupid Lagos State governor, Ondo State, all of them, they went to go and meet this guy in Takot. For what?
To join Tinubu, yeah. Because Tinubu
to join Tinubu.
It's be like, say, for Southern Nigeria, it is between Tinubu and Obi.
And Obi. Look at it.
According to them, Obi is not a threat. Trust me, from what we know, it's not a threat.
You see. You see. You see, even to Toba was to do. What was pay at a try after paying one Toba Obi, Toba pay, okay, what is a card vote you are? It's the only person that can cast my vote from is Peter Obi.
So for now, he's the only person who says something about Biafran struggle, Yoruba nation struggle. Is the only one who said and even mentioned their names. He said, instead of shooting and killing the people around the Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB, or chasing Sunday Igboho and they are chasing the Yoruba, he said, I would dialogue with them. I will listen to what they said is wrong. And according to him, he's not supporting breakup, but he said, whatever led them to say they want to break up, I still believe that I could turn that around and reduce that agitation and open up dialogue. That's something that attracted me about he's a politician.
But you know, this man will not allow him to go there. Look at the useless man that he said he should come and be his assistant. Do you know what that one said? What? He said, never in history the Northerner would vote for Eastern.
He's very confident about it. Now he said, after our 8 years, that means to say, after I must have told the people to like you, the Igbos, you can come and try. But for now, I mean, one Nigeria, sir, one Nigeria.
I will practice. Maiyegun, let me give you time so that other people can. Thank you. God bless you. You are blessed. You are covered with the blood of Jesus.
Thank you so much. I have another person on the Empress. The Empress. Thank you. I'm going, by the way, my caller. Give me a second, sir, or ma. Empress, I got your message, which is, Maiyegun, I don't know how you do it. God bless you. Nigerians cannot be saved. We will learn the hard way, and it is getting closer. You are so right, ma'am. And thank you. I'll come back to that. So, I have somebody on the line. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah.
I
really appreciate for your messages. Anyway, I just want to say one or two things.
Please.
Well,
I'll draw a little chef for one year. Amila Mashesa.
Ọlọ́run ajẹ́ kan gbọ́n ká ní èmi gbé èèyàn kan mo ní first time ni ká kọ́kọ́ first time ká kọ́kọ́ fún Tinubu ní first year ká fast tẹ̀síwájú kan rí bó ṣe rí ká tún wádìí tó bí.
I wish pé ẹ mọ̀ ọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sà ẹ tiẹ̀ mọ̀ kọ́ sà yá ṣe rí bí Buhari ṣe happen with the way bó ṣe ń tó nǹkan wọn lọ Tinubu náà lè happen o ẹ wá mọ̀ nǹkan sà except àwọn tí Obi bá sọ pé all tie in the later o but sometimes ọba witness nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí in fact wọn lè like wa tí Buhari ò bá happen wọn fún àtọ ní forgive yìí dọ̀la tẹ bá pẹ́ láwọn tó sọ gọ́ọ́ má dìbò fún wọn yẹn wọn ní forgive yìí.
Don't let us just deceive ourselves. We know all this will be all these things. Nothing will happen at the end of the day. They have their own program already down for our own follow. So then tell you. I mean, they were surprised that you'll be here at the Tinubu at one. They will be at the end of the summer eating on the same table. Some are joined together. They have their own plans already down for our own shit. But every time I tell you, àwọn tí àwọn tí à ń jẹ gangan they don't understand it. They àwọn gan mọ̀ pé à ń jẹ wọn. And if we are telling them do this do that wọ́n máa believe pé àwọn tó wà nílò òyìnbó you are comfortable with ẹwà you are comfortable with ẹwà náà máa sọ pé ìlẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ àwọn iṣẹ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ wọ́n pé tí wọ́n gangan làwọn gan sá. Many of them they become beggars lórí social media.
And they don't see anything wrong in it. That's my own concern.
Ìmí inú wọn àti jẹun láàárọ̀ nígbà míì lọ́sàn-án lálẹ́. They believe in all those politicians. So by the time of election, they give them 5,000, 10,000. In Yenwa, okay for one. What is secondary university for how many months now? None of them is saying anything about it, including all those presidential candidates. None of them is saying anything about it.
Have you noticed that APC is not under any pressure at all? Like they are just like with all the damages they have done, they are not under any.
It look normal.
Like it's normal,
100 in your new
they broke prison, sir. They broke prison, and everything looked normal. Nobody lost their job. Nothing. Like, well, want to break
I was telling my friend the same thing. I didn't even grow up. See, would have bad environment for a whole day.
Tó bá di ọjọ́ kejì tẹ́lẹ̀ ewúrẹ́ bá tún pariwo ní tí ìrè ewúrẹ́ náà ni.
Tí ewúrẹ́ náà máa pariwo kó èèyàn máa sọ ní it just look awkward tí wáyé pé níbi tó ń lọ yìí àwọn àbá wọn gbàdúrà ní because kò ní ìtàn lè ṣe fún wọn the only ìtàn lè ṣe ní pé ká máa advice wọn tọ́nà jẹ́ kan gbọ́ tọ́nà bá dẹ̀ gbọ́ wọ́n lànà kóra wọn sí.
Irọ́ wọ́n ti ẹ̀ sà ẹ̀mọ́ tí Yorùbá sọ wọ́n ní pé tíyàn bá ń ṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa gẹ́tì sìn ẹ̀ láti máa fi hàn yẹn lọ sọ pé tí ojú bá ń ṣe ìpín àyọ báyìí àwa fi hàn ojú fúnra àwa rí i pé èmi ní kíní ti jáde kó lè mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe ò dáa náà ni yẹn là á ṣe ń rán wọn létí consequences choices wọn. Baba, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You have a good one too, yeah. So that's from what I just said is that in Yoruba there's something called if the eye is dirty, if your eyeball is dirty, right, you have to like remove the dirt and show it to the eyeball and say, see, eyeball, look at you, you're so dirty. I took that from you. So that's something bad. I don't know if that's the right interpretation. What that simply means in the real interpretation is that you see, when people are doing terrible things, they don't see that they are doing something wrong or horrible things. What the right thing to do is to show it to them the consequences of their actions and make them responsible for them. And that's what we are doing. That's why I said I'm your conscience. So I am not somebody you have to wait for to come and liberate or come and help you fight your oppressors. I am your conscience that will make you think one day this can't continue. Like the obedience says, we can't continue like this. Like Shore said. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, Maiyegun. This is Yima.
Yima.
Yeah.
Good do.
Baba.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I did here, as always, so I just did like daily, Baba. Always, yeah.
I see as you did dodge Scott missiles everywhere on top Facebook. I just say, all right.
Yeah.
all the first finish when Scott Mizan on Facebook or on top post where you they tell them
they like see Baba, some of you my friends now you are going to tell say make una just sit down, they laugh. If they no shut down MaiyegundsDiary Politico, you're gonna hear a lot, you're gonna see a lot, and sometimes you're gonna be like, Maiyegun, they don't come for you because I always say the way I feel. And if I'm feeling like saying something and I'm on my bed like this now, and something comes to my mind, I'll come on and share it. If they won't hit me, maybe they hit me raw. If it helps them, Baba.
And they tell you about. You see, when you were saying that, some of us should not laugh in one of your programs, I just did laugh because there are two types of laugh. Forgive me. There are two types of laugh. Laugh where you go laugh where person crack joke. If I crack joke to you now, you go laugh. You're happy. Then the other laugh. Now laugh what they call
you just a laugh.
For my Igbo brothers, that now madness laugh. To laugh. Now we they laugh because you see what is going on. I love what is going on. I want to be to win. I want to be the devil's advocate today. I want to be to win. What they don't understand is that there is a battle and there is a war. You win the battle, Obi gets to the presidency or presidency of Nigeria, you have a war on your hands because you know that with monkey beans, where if they touch your body, could they eat you everywhere. Now so those jihadist elements for inside Nigeria will start wahala. So I want to see whether you will win that war. That is what is waiting for them. So if anybody is, misbehaving and thinking that, he's fighting, I just hope, man, I laugh. Now laugh at the laugh.
Last, is going to be the change of personnel. And I don't want to sound like, what we are talking right now is going to make people not to follow. Come on, don't. People should too much. See, una go do what una go do now, Abi. Jima, people go do what they do, Abi. But we just want them to know that, we know the end, yo. If you think about Nigeria, we know where you go end, though. But if you don't believe us, don't worry. Expend your time.
You will get your fingers burnt. That is the end of the matter. You will get your fingers burnt. And when you burn your finger, at that time you will know where you really stand because, bro, you cannot take too much of your time. You see, the first caller said something. The first caller said something. He said, when you don't learn from your history, the mistakes you've made, you will make them again. Right. What happened, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, Papa, what happened when there was election that were done with tribal lines in between them? What happened? Aha.
I mean, you see, people want to pretend, which is all right. Sometimes people go say, see no evil, say no evil. Abi? Nobody say they no see, then look away. Because they say, I don't want to see evil, I don't want to say evil. But you know me say the evil, no there. Nigeria is that evil, and it is that division, ethnic, tribal, this and that. There are some people are trying to say, see no evil, say no evil, right? That doesn't mean that it's not going to be there.
Okay. You're kicking the can down the road doesn't mean that you've gotten rid of the can.
But people like say when you say that one, they go say, my friend, shut up.
Nah, they'll come for you. They'll come for you now. Who are you? What do you know? What do you sabi? Baba, me, I don't rest my case. I sit down, they look now, they look. Anything that happens.
Just stay sad. Say the people will be experts on top of Boko Haram policy 2004-2015. Some of them now, then they America, then they Canada, then they sell Japa form. Do you want to relocate to Canada for education under Boko Haram? Now them they sell the visa this and now. I said that then they encourage the people with them told to vote for Boko Haram or Shibaju. Now them come there abroad, they ask them say, bring money, we'll do visa for you. Go study. You want to go to Cyprus?
Baba.
You want to go to Ukraine?
Baba.
Now them they carry them.
Baba, my boss,
carry me, they go.
The Boko Haram attack, Abina Iswap attack prison for inside Abuja. This is not in Makurdi or in Lagos or inside Abuja, right? 36 Boko Haram members and having criminals on the news.
Are you joking, Yima? 36.
You are
36. Then talk say 64. People see the delta. 440 inmates. They don't see them now. They say if you see them anywhere, they ask for road. They let them to Kuje prison. Okay. If you see El Banawi, they work out for road. You go. If you see Boko Haram boys, they come. You go meet them and say, "Say now you guys escape from this area, this way to Kuje." Go tell them.
Well-armed, sophisticated killers.
El Banawi.
In your society, and you think you are saying we are just you said it before now. Nigeria is like Netflix series. We watch and they do.
Series we not to go end, yeah now. They put on for
okay. Thank you, Baba. Well done. All right.
My regards to the young man, the women. Okay, thank you so much.
Ingo here.
Right.
Ingo here, Baba.
Take another one. The Abuja terrorists who escaped, that some of you can run into anytime. The image, by the way. Hang on there for me for a minute, my caller. Just 1 minute, please. So I have this on your screen. You can look at them. Very low quality, images. These are the escapees from Kuje prison 2 days ago. So if you see them anywhere, make you direct them to Kuje prison or make you call the next police for your area and tell them, say, you don't find the people. The whole image, the image is online. You can look it up, take a closer look, and help them find these, escaped prisoners from Kuje. But if you see El Banawi, go face and they talk, say, are you El Banawi? Now the guy is the same guy who killed Shekawo, El Banawi team. Now them group together kill Shekawa back then. Oh, hello, sir.
Yeah, one name more.
Oh, one name. How are you?
Yeah, one name. I'm fine, my brother. I'm fine. Keep on the good work. You know, there's something that people don't understand. What the people have not understand in Nigeria, as far as Nigeria today, is that the country is totally divided. Like I've always said, even if you bring the best president that has ever governed a country in this planet, believe me, even with the constitution, the country is so divided. Even because I just keep thinking right now, I just said to myself, even if that constitution is repealed, that country is so divided. What everybody keeps talking about is Nkembu Nkai for the Igbo. I don't know how the Hausa Fulani is speaking. The Yoruba says Arawani. That is what, that is what everybody keeps saying.
My turn.
And I'm telling you, being together, it cannot help us.
No, it doesn't.
We need to divide this country. Everybody goes their respective ways. Because I believe that the African nation, the African continent is waiting for the division of Nigeria. After the division of Nigeria, we can now come back together as one Africa, one big Africa. Because if we don't divide, especially these people that are coming from the Sahel, I need people to go and do a lot of findings as regards to this Fulanization going on in West Africa. It's not only in Nigeria.
Let me remind them about Takiya as well. I'm a Yoruba man. I'm not supposed to go and read about Takiya. I'm a Yoruba man. We should be able to deal with ourselves in our language. But in Nigeria, when they use their Takiya, it is not in the interest of even those who are supposed to be Muslims. It's not in their interest. It is only in the interest of
it's not
folks.
It's never in their interest. You know, so if you go and look at the movements of these people in the sub-Saharan West Africa, you would know that there is an agenda.
Always.
Go to Mauritania today. Mauritania is dead. There's nothing happening there. They've been fighting. Go to Mali, the same thing. Burkina Faso, the same thing. All of them they have so destroyed themselves thinking. Go on, let us listen to what Usman Danfodio said. Thinking. All they did was to say, oh, Nigeria is their own caliphate. Thinking they will come to Nigeria. And the Nigeria they are talking about is not the northern Nigeria. They are talking about the southern part of Nigeria. I keep saying all these things. One of the biggest problems that is posing to our threat, all these things that people are saying, I should not shout at this time, and at the end of the day, the breaking of Nigeria will not happen in my own time. I want it to happen in my own time.
Me too.
I deserve it.
Yes.
Because I've cried a lot, so I deserve it. I am saying to people, the problem that we still have is these same people from the riverine area. God knows I'm an Igbo man, born and bred in Lagos. I don't want to look as if I am a tribalist. I mean, a tribalistic person, tribalism. But I know you guys don't want to stay with the Igbo extraction. But fight for yourself so that you can get this thing for yourself and stay on your own as well. No Igbo man will come out and tell you that without the riverine people, they are not going to survive. I love the riverine people. I love them. They are human beings like me because I have one head, they have one head. Yes. 2 arms, they have 2 arms. 2 limbs, they have 2 limbs. There's nothing different between me and them. But I want it in such a manner that everybody can be self-sufficient.
At least.
That is the reason anytime Peter B, God knows, I pick him as one of the first man. I can say this man is supposed to be a leader, a president in a nation. But can he work in the contraption called Nigeria? I tell you, my brother, I don't think so.
Not under this arrangement. It is not, no one could. No.
Yes. It is no longer, the way I'm looking at it, the reason I'm saying this thing to you is, it is no longer all about the Constitution takes 90%, because if the Constitution is refused today, we can have referendum fit into that Constitution.
Yes.
So I know definitely we'll have to get to where we are going to. But I am trying to tell somebody, it is, even if you change the Constitution today and think that somebody will come within the 8 years and he will perform magic, Nigeria will turn to London.
No, forget it.
It's never going to happen.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Because we are so divided today.
Yes.
That we don't have any room, 1% chance of reconciliation. We don't have any room. If it's a nation that has one particular language, trust me, my brother, they can reconcile.
Of course.
But this one, you know how many languages we have in Nigeria? Just Edo State alone. Do you know how many languages they have in Edo State? My brother, how do you think you can reconcile all this? Okay, look, for example, what has been happening in Buhari's administration. At least when something happens that is of national interest or security, lastly, what you will see from any government who is not tribalistic is that they will start making changes of the personnel who are there. They will prosecute whosoever that is in charge of each and every department in that security channel.
Whoever tries to make an amendment to what seems to be a deliberate incompetence that has spread across all institutions. So if any of them try to make a difference or an impression, they change the person because the incompetence is deliberate. The corruption is deliberate. So, the whole thing is deliberate. So you will find out that, yes, you will find out that none of these people, the chief of army staff, the chief of defense staff, whatever, the GOC, all of them, nobody tells you that none of them was relieved of their duty because of incompetence. So it will tell you that this is an arrangement. All these things, for me, I tell people that it is not a question of failure, but this is their agenda. It's not just about incompetence, It is deliberate.
It's not all about incompetence. This is an agenda.
Yes.
So what I want us to look at is a means. All these things that we are saying that, please, we are fighting for our children, generations to come. I know. But I am praying to God Almighty that this thing will happen in my eyes, my own lifetime, that Nigeria has to break so that everybody can go. Not all these things that we do on internet, everybody is firing each other. We are firing each other. That is what they want us to do.
Exactly.
That is what they want us to do. So we are firing each other. But my brother, at the end of the day, all of us are suffering the same syndrome.
We are going to. That's what I told people. Osita, I said, listen, on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, we have made our own position very clear. And we are pursuing that, right, religiously, or now to ensure that, like you said, I want this to happen in my lifetime, not just when I'm gone, for my children to happen to them. You know what I mean now? But however, that we haven't gotten what we wanted so far, right, doesn't mean that we are safe from the consequences of your decisions as Nigeria still exists. And therefore, we will always have a say in what happened. We will continue to have a say until we get what we want. Osita, I don't know if I'm right or if I'm actually like...
You get my point. You get my point. So brilliant. That is just where we are. Thank you very much. Let's keep the good work.
We will.
It is not a time to tear each other apart, but it's a time that you will have to listen. If you don't listen, it will surely happen to you, then you will come back.
God
no
bless
problem.
You. Osita, my brother, sir, thank you so much. I am going to take just one more call. Our time is so up. I know it's been a long night as well, but hello.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Hello, sir.
How are you, my brother?
I am
I can't even remember.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is good. This is good.
How are you tonight, sir? Sir Jude, this seems to be your area of specialization again, where the young people, like you've suggested many times, that if things were right, it is ideal to encourage, young people to take back whatever it's going to be. So Peter B is looking similar to that, and other developments are also popping up. So you are here tonight, sir.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, continue to ask the supporters, which I'm happy what they are doing. At least they are now waking up, so to say. They are now waking up to their responsibilities and to know that with them staying at the back seat all along, these evil, old, rickety politicians will continue to drive Nigeria into the bottomless pit, which is where it's headed to. My question continues to be, or my encouragement question to them continue to be that what is their plan B? They need to have plan B. Because that's plan B that will help them that will cushion the effect of what may likely happen in the event that after Peter B wins the election, and this same power that be would not allow him like they did in Abiola's time. What will be their plan B?
What's the plan B and the rest of that? Sir Jude, let me ask you this, okay? Because this time around, I want to be the one to ask now, and then I just answer it truthfully as you feel, okay? There's no right answer, there's no wrong answer, just truthfully as you feel, right? Do you think, despite all of these roadblocks that we know about the establishment, the rig system and all of that, and then the determination of these young people who have politicized their own revolution using Peter B. Now, they are saying that they are going to defeat tribalism. They're going to defeat ethnicism. They're going to defeat religious fanaticism. They're going to defeat other things, other things that have been causing division and making it impossible for people to fight. Yeah. Now, do you think, because so far so good, though, we have seen a bit, right? Do you think that if, like you said, if Peter Obi becomes their president, right, it could become a symbol of changing all of this mindset from what we consider as a hypocrisy of the minds, for them professing that Peter Obi Peter Obi project is not about Hausa, about Igbo, it's about everybody. Do you think in your own mind, right, that if an emergence of Peter Obi happens, that's stereotyping that is typical among Nigerians, do you think Peter Obi's image can wipe that away from the minds of the people? Do you?
In fact,
make a big impact in the minds of the people?
The truth of the matter is, anybody who is thinking that Peter Obi has the magic wand that will change all the ills, Because it's like if we think, yes, we know our economy is back and he may be able to fix it, at least put us in the right trajectory to begin to recover, he might be able to do that. But to think that he's going to be able to bring Nigeria together and wipe off all of a sudden this tribalistic sentiment, this religious, this in which the so-called political jingoists in Nigeria have always used.
They have always been feeding on.
Have
That's
their
where
way.
their power is. Our division.
That is exactly where their power is. Because once it's broken, everything in Nigeria will fall in place. And these people have deliberately made it like that, especially in the north. They have deliberately impoverished the north, so much so that they make them to now look at them as Lord and as their Lord and Savior. So whatever they tell them, because not only impoverishing them, they have removed education far from them, made them to become stark illiterate that they don't even know anything. So whatever they tell them, now somebody is having, it's like double jeopardy. You are poor and you are uneducated, you are illiterate. That is the most strongest weapon you can use to indoctrinate and to enslave somebody or a particular race or nation forever. And this is what the political elites in the north have succeeded in doing to their own people. And it will be hard for anybody to think or imagine or conceive or conceptualize or envision that Peter Obi will have the magic wand to do that in 8 years. Because our people need so much re-education, reorientation of the mind, reorientation of the brain, in fact everything, not just only in the north, even in the south.
In the south, because
even
it's beginning to, this sentiment, this sentiment of stereotyping is growing in the south. And now that Tinubu is contesting, God help the people of the south, the type of blood, bad blood they are going to plant. And that's why I'm saying that after the whole thing, comparing what happened during Buhari's time and Jonathan, right? The remnants or the effect of what happened between Buhari and Jonathan, we haven't even come back from that. We haven't recovered. It got worse.
No.
Now, do you think emergence of Obi, like you said, that can be a symbol of the defeat of that kind of politics, existence, and possibly can put us to the pathway of recovery where we can begin to listen to ourselves without having to be ready to stab ourselves because you are a Yoruba man, I'm a Igbo man, and you know what I mean now?
Yes.
Do you really think so? Eventually, it could reduce
Yes,
it.
I think possibly. See, I am not an optimist, and I am someone that I look at people's antecedents, I look at what people have done in the past, and so on and so forth. And incidentally, I've somehow worked with this Peter Obi, when he was chief executive at Fidelity Bank. I used to be one of their major contractors in Lagos, that print all their stationaries and so on. So the man has been a man of integrity from onward. But the point is that Nigeria, if it were to be a place like America here, you have somebody like Peter Obi, trust me, he's going to do wonders. Okay? But Nigeria is not such an environment that somebody as pure as him, not that he's a saint, right? But comparing him to every other politician in Nigeria is like a saint. Okay? Somebody as pure as that cannot officiate in such a polluted, perverted environment where high-class rogues are called honorable, where thieves, where people that are even worse than Boko Haram, because these politicians, as far as I know, they are even worse than armed robbers because their activities have impoverished
they are the facilitators. They are the facilitators of everything we are witnessing today. So you can put everything we are witnessing today,
armed robbery,
right?
Exactly. Even the armed robbery, that's correct. That's correct. Even the armed robbery we see going all around, they are the facilitators. They are the ones that have destroyed our system. The roads are not working. Electricity, that is one of the easiest things to provide for any people, they are not working. It's not as if the money is not there. The money is there, but they continue to steal everything. Hospital, no school. Right now, they have destroyed public school in Nigeria. It's only the poorest of the poor that send their children to public school in Nigeria. And in most public schools today, when rain falls, you see children moving to one side of the classroom in order to avoid being beaten by rain. And this is a country where one politician is sitting on billions and billions of dollars. This same evil, they call them honorable, and they are not ashamed to answer that they are they are not ashamed to answer the word honorable, and they are going about picking up innocent victims who have gone to steal maybe money to survive. They're picking them up and throwing them in jail, and then their chief terrorist president is there forgiving Boko Haram murderers, people who have killed pregnant women, goes out children from their stomach and kill them. These evil people give them red carpet and say they are forgiving Boko Haram, they are forgiving, they are repentant. And then meanwhile, other people are languishing in jails all over Nigeria that have not even done anything. Most of them are just specific.
There are others
what kind of society?
Still trooping to IDP camp, which is a fine name.
Look at the IDP camp. Exactly.
How can you be refugee in your country?
Exactly.
Does that even make any sense, dude? How can somebody be a refugee in his own country? And they say that country is not at war.
I wonder, refugee in your own country. And these people walk around, nobody cares. Look at Ekweremadu now. My brother, look at Ekweremadu. They sent so many people to come to him yesterday to go and solidarize with him, to go and support him from Nigeria. It's all of those money they came with. All the money they spent is from Nigerian poor. Look at all that Nigerians have been going through in China. Has the government of Nigeria ever sent anybody to them?
Have you heard that of the Cyprus?
Look at even in South Africa when they were persecuting all our people in
Cyprus, Jude, right? Jude, our people in Cyprus,
South Africa, all over the world.
They are committing suicide.
That they are persecuting. It's so sad, man. I don't know when our people will learn. I don't know.
Let me take one more call and call it tonight, Jude. Thank you so much, Baba, for calling.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. May God continue to help you and your family. Okay, God bless you.
And you too. Care. I'll take this and I will ask my caller to make it quickly and make it brief. Our time is so up. Hello. I go from you. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Oh, hello there, sir.
Yeah, this Prince Jajaman. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for picking my call.
I've seen that you've been calling from the moment we started, and I'm like, it would be unfair if I really ignore it, even if he's just going to say hello to us and we say we'll talk later. That's still fair, isn't it?
Honestly. Yes. Right. Thank you so
you
much. I really appreciate it.
Prince. Okay, you can say more than hello now. People can hear you.
Thank you, thank you so much. Maiyegun, how is family? I hope your family is cool.
We are surviving. Leila is now doing 4 hours sleep, which means I can go to bed around 2, and I can wake up at 10 a.m. in the morning. So I'm getting there. We are surviving.
Lovely. Today program is very, very hot. I'm very interested. And I've been watching. I'm listening also, and I'm so much impressed. You see, Baba, I want to use the opportunity to congratulate the shameful exit of Boris Johnson, and also the
Yoruba will be like Akuilede Boris Johnson. But I don't know how we say it in Igbo. Do you know what they say in Igbo when they say, okay, I don't know. I don't even know the English. Akuilede.
Oh, yeah.
Boris Johnson, yeah?
Yes, that means shame. That's it.
See, Prince, so any small thing like this, they miss out. Maybe drop that your own jibe inside. I say, when you say Equilede means, that means, bye-bye to Boris Johnson, everybody wait there, go miss some more. That's what that Equilede means. But you don't drop your own there. Shame. Calm down, Prince. Yeah?
Yes, I have to add that for a reason. Secondly, I want to also congratulate Ekweremadu for his own dishonorable also exit. You see why I'm congratulating.
Come holiday for UK. They don't bring the private jets. We go take them to Nigeria. They just wait for August 4. I say, but whether you like them or not, Baba DJ here. And if it surprise you, ask Ibori, James Ibori. He's the former governor, Kingmaker. The person will make Yara do a president. He served 6 years here. You use and finish.
Yes. That one chance where they put everybody for Nigeria, I don't see them for here for UK. I want chance now I enter so. So you see why I'm congratulating these two people is because there's a link to now the canon in one way or the other. You understand? And you see, whether directly or indirectly, anybody that has hands in the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria, they will never have peace anywhere they are. You know, I'm saying this because I know he is listening to your program as we are speaking. You know, and Boris Johnson also, your program is special. He also is listening to it. You know, once man go die, like once we born them born man, second that you know. So you see, when the Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya into Nigeria, you don't reach 2 weeks, so you don't reach a week, self. You know there sometimes shame. Some people will not get shame. And then I don't know. You know, if you tell them say this is shameful because they don't even get shame. But Johnson invited Uhuru Kenyatta here.
And Buhari, I remember.
And Buhari, both of them.
They say they came for education summit, or they came here to come and say, well done, job, boys. Well done, boys.
They go somewhere, Baba. They go somewhere.
Sorry.
You see, education. Buhari will not pass elementary 6. Can you imagine Buhari will not pass elementary 6? And they invite for education summit. Is it not laughable? You know, you've been invited Buhari for any other thing. Boris Johnson, I know he's listening. That's why I'm saying it. You know, so that he will hear very well.
Right.
You know, you see, invited Buhari that is since he was born, he goes with bad luck. He comes small children where they play football for yonder. They're Kelechi and Co. They don't fit move leg again. If they see ball, they come, it will be like stone. And then they walk or crash. The first time when he come for 1984, he come with he put Nigeria into recession. You know, people they begin. That's the first time they begin to kill people. They fire people anyhow. You know, if Nigeria escape him, second time when he come with calamity, Boko Haram and Co. Now he come institutionalize it inside Nigeria. You see, Maiyegun. They can't carry him bad luck. But just they can't invite by a bad luck Buhari to London. You understand? They can't carry him bad luck, come meet up with a Uhuru Kenyatta. We no a left from a right. You understand? That one said they give him free oil, you know, and some change of dollar. They collect that one, come to a pocket, come London. They come the pump champagne. That champagne when they begin the pump, say they don't cash in land, they don't kidnap them. Biafra Matana don't end. I said that wahala, but just in this in that kind of richness, and they tell you so.
They go by
that wahala, that champagne
until they lose it.
That champagne when that glass where he make share with Mr. Badlove Buhari since that time. And they tell you. Since that time, but just never rest. So
see the prince,
he never rest.
The way you talk, it is strong. Because I remember Anthony Joshua, that lovely brother of mine. People still they believe since that day when go prostrate for Buhari, things no they same again. They say no mean, but people say, "Are you? What do you mean say no mean?"
Bad luck all the way. Any person will just greet her.
Buhari touch. Now die you. But people know they.
Now destruction and death. Anything, Mr. Badlock. His second name is Mr. Badlock.
Well, you believe
I'm telling
you, Prince. You believe that? That's real.
It's real now. What did they talk? You don't see Anthony Joshua since that time. You don't see how they scatter in face. Where we go, just go greet Buhari.
But the one way me I face again. When pray for me. You know one thing. The one where they like me, because I don't too believe that one much, but with the way I see Nigeria, I will believe it too. But the one where they Say where people say me or Oshibajo no visit you. Me or visit Oshibajo. God, me or Oshibajo no visit me in my life. Oh, anything go make Oshibajo visit me. God, please prevent them. Oh, see, Baba, that prayer deeper. Until I explain to people that you see, it's true. If they say I'm just saying email because anybody will Oshibajo visit. So
Maiyegun, if Oshibajo visit you, Oshibajo visit you, if you manage them. If Oshibajo visit you, if you manage them, but Buhari no greet you good morning.
I say I know they manage something. Wait, I say I know want something. You tell me say I feel manage them. Manage Oshibajo. About me, I know say me Oshibajo visit you, but again.
No, why? Baba, why I talk that one? Because see, that professor now, that one.
Professor.
You see, that professor. If you begin to discuss with her, something will come and come out.
Advisor on burial arrangements, condolences visits, and if your poverty don't get a grade, if you can't help you with 10,000, maybe you start business. Baba, me Oshibajo no visit me. No wish me evil.
You don't say me I wear Maiyegun, they call that one terrorist pastor. A terrorist pastor they call him because since we begin the champion the program of Ruga, at that time in life budget complete. Because in the Christian where the champion Ruga, where you know say go destroy all Christian completely. That program destroy even all the Muslims will say this killing no good though. That thing go destroy them. Only the terrorists now in favor. That's a Ruga. Only the terrorists Fulani from Niger and Chad and from.
Don't worry. It will soon come out. Shebi you see say since the time he challenges Oga, the one where they work in italic. You know, Kolu, the one where they work in italic because now this about they work in italic. You know they work too straight and since he challenge them, you know before now they say now in hand then tie. Say listen, what do you want Oshibajo to do? His hands are tied. He's just the vice president. His hands are tied. Baba, since he challenged Kolu and Olu, when he look you know what happened? It can't be like say they don't put they don't come put what do they call them? This logwood. They don't enter man for a month. They don't show them there. No be only hands then tie now. They don't tie leg. They don't tie mouth. They don't tie everywhere. Or for photo up now. So, Baba. Thank you so much, the Prince. It's good to hear from you, okay?
Thank you very much. God bless you.
And you too.
I will drop one more, but time don't go.
No, our time don't go. This situation, this situation, serious matter. I know expect to say we're going down by laughing. I was expecting you to like you stay serious. This is a serious matter. But it's all about Nigeria.
Baba, I want to thank the platform on behalf of your donation to Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know if I can
the facilitator. I'm glad you mentioned that, the Prince. So tell us. Yeah, say something. Everybody can hear you. We made you here.
Yeah, please. I want to thank the House, Maiyegun General International, Maiyegun General Politico. I want to thank all the fans, the wonderful fans, the lovely people on this platform, this unique platform. Oh my God. I want to thank you all. What you did, your generation will benefit in it.
What did we do?
What
did we do?
Yes. Yes, the 2 million donation support to Nnamdi Kanu, 2 million naira support. That's what I'm saying, please.
Okay.
To the support.
So the Prince is thanking the House.
Yes, I'm thanking the House on behalf of IPOB worldwide, you know, and also for Nnamdi Kanu, you know, because Nnamdi Kanu is is a special person, you know. He has so much enlightened us. In fact, this movement is the one that expanded it, that the whole Nigeria is now aware of the danger, of the threat that is before us, and everybody is now awake. So he's a special man. I thank him and Sunday Igboho that also threw his life on the line, you know, on behalf of Yoruba Nation. So I really thank you all for the support. I'm so happy on behalf of IPOB. I'm also now I'm giving this time, so that the whole world can hear the wonderful thing that
I was going to do an update on that, and I'm glad you mentioned it. So what Prince Jejeman is saying is that we have fulfilled our 2 million naira pledge to the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. From our own small token, we have managed to extend our hands of generosity to the team who have been defending Mazi Nnamdi Kanu against all lies, propaganda, and even death that they have brought upon them for demanding for Biafra. They are not doing anything illegal. In the UK, IPOB is not an illegal organization. They are registered here. The law knows them, and everywhere. So on this platform, we have fulfilled that 2 million naira pledges towards his legal case. And that's exactly what Prince is thanking us for. He's a member too.
Yeah.
Prince Jejeman, anything else you want to add?
Yes. I just it because the time is no longer our friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Great. You have a good night, the Prince. Say me well to
good night, sir. I will. Thank you so much.
Nice.
You too, sir.
Thank you. So this is where we're going to draw the curtains. Tonight is late now. Okay. So I am going to be here some other time. And that other time can be next time you see me. And if you have actually enjoyed the conversation tonight, you can stop by and just subscribe onto MaiyegunsDiary Politico. You can like the broadcast, share it if you haven't at all. You know, one thing about subscribe or like my page is that you can take it back anytime. And you can give it to me again anytime you want. I would love you give it and keep it here. If you like it here, I'm going to see you some other time. Until then, stay safe and good night. The Empress, thank you very much for your generosity earlier. I will see you some other time. And good night.
Súnrakì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ Súnrakì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀ Súnrakì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀ Súnrakì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀ Súnrakì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa bí. Àní ẹ̀ Súnrakì. Máyégún ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa bí. Àní ẹ̀ Súnrakì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa bí. Àní ẹ̀ Súnrakì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa bí. Àní ẹ̀ Súnrakì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Máyégún máa bí. Àní ẹ̀ Súnrakì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.